everybody, and welcome back to my Lawn Bowls for Fun channel. Alec here. I'm at the bowling club today. It's quite quiet because it's just after Christmas, and I thought I'd come down and do a couple of videos, a part of my I Ask or Answer Your Questions series. The one I'm going to do today is, I've had a question from one of my subscribers about why we use markers indoors to indicate the tee, the respots and the dots down the middle of the green. And I'll explain why that is. You can see here we've got the tee, the jack's just behind the tee there. There's the tee. I'll just put the jack there for the minute. We've got a respot over here, and we've got another one over here near this bowl. Now, indoors, most domestic games are played to a 2-hour time limit. So this is purely to save time. Also indoors, the rinks never move, unlike outdoors, where the rinks are constantly changing, if not daily, every other day, they're moved, and so you can't mark the green outdoors. Also, it's very difficult to mark grass anyway. We also play in two different directions outdoors usually. If it's a 6-rinker, up and down that way, and then we do north and south one week and east and west the other week on my outdoor club. Indoors they're not, they're fixed all the year round, so it's quite easy to mark them. And also to save time for a 2-hour game, it's easy to have these markers down, because obviously if the jack comes past when it's delivered from the other end, all you have to do is put it on the tee like this, and you're ready to go. There's no having to watch the other player down the end to tell you where it needs to go for the line. So it's purely to save time for an indoor game. The other thing is the respots are also there to save time. There's no dead ends in an indoor game for the 2-hour time limit games anyway. I'm not talking about games that do a full length 21 ends or more. But for indoors, the 2-hour limit, there's no dead ends. What happens is if the jack goes off over here, let's pick the jack up a minute, if it goes off in this direction, then it's put on the respot, that side of the green. Just so happens there's a bowl nearby as well, which is useful, that's fine. You're going to score one shot if that's your bowl. If the jack comes off, goes off onto another rink this way, then obviously we put the jack on the respot on that side of the green. No difference to the rules if the jack goes in the ditch, of course, that's the normal play. So that's it, that's the main reasons why we have the respots. Down the centre of the green, it's the same reason. If the jack comes up and ends up here, all you have to do is move the jack across in line with those dots. You don't necessarily put them on the dots, they're just lined up in the centre of the green, and it just saves time. So that's the only reason you have respots or you have markers on an indoor carpet. Interestingly enough, in the UK we have the tee in the position as you can see, but in Australia it's the other way around. The tee is what we call upside down. I don't know why they do that. I don't know whether when bowls were first invented, whether the tee was always like this. You also sometimes get some clubs just do a dash, they don't do the tee part. But I've always ever seen in the UK anyway, the tee being used this way. As Australia, it's the other way round. And in fact, there is sense for that, because if you look at the way I'll put this jack down, and you can see the front of the jack is lined up with the top of the tee. In Australia, it's the other way around. You actually put the bowl in front of the upside down tee, if that makes any sense, and you can still see where the tee is. I suppose that's a better method actually. I don't know why they say that. There's a difference. Maybe someone from Australia will let me know. Right, so that's it. That's just a quick answer to the question I had. Why do we have indicators on the green for indoor play? It's just because a lot of the league games are 2 hours long, and we're just trying to save time. So I hope that's all very clear. See you soon.